The Bog Irish Bar was roaring last night, with hundreds of punters dressed to the nines for St Patrick's Day.
Our first St Patrick's Day in 3 years, so we expect people would come and check us out, and they certainly have.
Freshly rebuilt after the earthquakes, it was the place to be for the Irish living in Christchurch. It was also the place to patrol for police. St Patrick's Day is a notoriously busy night, and with a full moon in the sky, anything was possible.
Everyone's pretty happy over there at the moment, and in other places we've been. A lot of green around, a lot of Irish, which is always good to see on St Paddy's Day. From here it's just about managing that drinking and that drinking culture, and speaking with the managers and making sure that they have the host responsibility on as well.
The drinks were flowing and the punters were getting their groove on, but it seemed only the Irish knew the meaning of the day.
Paddy is a saint. He's actually Welsh, would you believe?
It's celebrating all things Irish and embracing the goodness and people and fun and just good times.
Do you guys know the meaning of St Patrick's Day?
No,
we're talking about it in the car on the way here, but we're just going to ask some people in the bar. I don't think any of New Zealand really knows the meaning of St Patrick's Day. I think people just use it as an excuse to get pissed. But that's all right, you know?
Dressed for his own St Patrick's Day gig, one of Canterbury's top doctors, Alistair Humphrey, spoke to CTV News about the busy day.
A night like tonight is not the kind of night you want to be on duty as a policeman or a nurse or a doctor.
But it was a rather mellow night in the end. Eddie's staff were kept busy with a steady stream of patients as usual, but nothing out of the ordinary.
St Patrick's Day, unfortunately, for some people, has become a bit of a binge fest. It would be nice to celebrate St Patrick's Day properly without it getting out of hand.
The emergency services were busy making sure everyone ended up home safely. St John were on the road attending alcohol-related call-outs over the course of the day and night. In one case, a 19-year-old woman was drinking at a St Patrick's Day celebration when she had a seizure. The woman had drunk up to half a bottle of vodka. She was in a bad state.
Mel, how much to drink tonight?
James Watkins was one of the 3 paramedics responding to the call-out. It was his first alcohol-related job of the night.
It hasn't been too bad tonight. It sounds like it's starting to pick up a bit now. Workload's starting to go. It's been St Paddy's Day. I suppose we're going to get really busy a bit later on.
Like the rest of the paramedics and police staff, the full moon high in the sky had him worried.
Believe it or not, I'm not superstitious, but it does seem to bring out the work and some of the funnies, the funny people later on.
Especially on St Patrick's Day.
Christchurch Police had extra staff rostered on for the shift, but punters behaved themselves and only 3 arrests were made for low-level offences. Police also set up alcohol checkpoints across the city and 5 people were processed for drink driving offences. 2 vehicles were also impounded. Overall, a rather tame St Patrick's Day, just the way the emergency services like it. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.